Hey big fans, and welcome to the Big Bakery, where all our jokes are half baked. I'm Jacob, it's Space Month, and today we're building another space set. Today I am building and reviewing this set, the 60-225 Rover Testing Drive, which is a set from 2019 and consists of 202 parts and 2 minifigs. This is the second smallest set in the 2019 space exploration theme. The biggest set in that theme is the 60-229 rocket transport that consists of more than 1,000 parts, so that's pretty big. There's also a cool minifigure pack with a lot of minifigs in it. But without further ado, let's have a look at this little build. So here is the box, and I really like this diorama here on the front. A lot of great stuff going on. You can really see the new pieces and this play function up here. And what I really like as well is this little message down here, inspired by NASA test rovers. Really cool. It means this set is meant to be pretty realistic. Also like this smug smile that this guy up here's got. And on the back, also got a couple of situations, and again inspired by NASA test rovers. And this time we can actually see a picture of an actual test rover, which is pretty cool. A lot of great stuff going on. I like this demonstration of the crane, and this logo over here is pretty cool too. There's a small situation here on one side where it seems like a worker is filming the astronaut as they are trying to figure out what everything is and how everything works. Very cool, very nice, very cool box. Sheet of stickers here, not too many though, 3, I count 4. I like this logo a lot, and this looks very interesting. Looks like a sort of, I don't know, computer screen for the crane operation. Looks great. These pieces here are really beautiful. I like how they made this look like crystal, like this. This is very well done. I think very nicely done. Great idea. Great idea to have these. Wonderful, really wonderful. So people might be wondering why this set is called something with testing drive or testing rover or something like that. And I believe that's because LEGO is actually taking it very seriously to make this accurate, making it realistic. The thing is, this is a rover that is supposed to transport people and eventually be driving around on Mars. But as far as I know, NASA and other space agencies are only in the testing portion of that. There's no manned vehicle on Mars at this point, and human travel to Mars is going to be sometime out in the future. So having something that is human operated, that can go on the Mars surface, would only be a testing, and which is why this is a testing rover. So that makes a lot of sense, I think. I think that's actually pretty cool that LEGO is taking it so seriously regarding space and space exploration, that they want to sort of copy where we are, even though of course this design isn't particularly accurate to what a rover might look like in reality. But other than that, you know, this is a great idea. I really like that they are approaching it in that way, and I think it works well for this. And so we're getting into bag 2 and book 2, and that means I've gotten out some soapy water for those stickers that's coming up in just a second. And here comes the first sticker. It's gonna go on this one. Yeah, the first sticker is gonna go on this white container crate right here. And it's the logo sticker, this one right here. So we're gonna do that. And what I do when I put on a sticker is I take some soapy water. This is just normal water with dishwashing soap. I take a little of that, and I dab it on the surface where I want to apply my sticker. I've told this on several of my live streams, and once in a while in some of these build videos too. I use this all the time, and I've never had it malfunction for real, and I am pretty sure, I'm 99% sure that this is also the way that LEGO suggests that you do it. I think I saw it on their homepage, on the webpage at some point. But yeah, and then you just put it on. And why put on the water? Well, because you can scooch the sticker just a little bit when there's water on there when you have applied it. That means you can get the sticker on pretty straight, and straight stickers are great. So here we go. This is the straight sticker with this new and improved Mars Exploration logo. Looking very cool. Now this is actually very smart, I think. The way they've done this and make this hook very sort of, it can grab stuff. Right now it's not much use, but by adding a rubber band here, we can actually see that it is now actually functional, which is very, very cool indeed. So I've taken the rover out on the testing track to see what this baby can do. There's of course the main build, which is this wonderful little rover here, and the secondary builds, which are this little rock piece here, the camera, and that little control for the crane in the hands of the astronaut. But let's take a look at everything in turn. If we take a look at the vehicle here from the front, we see some very interesting things that's done with the lights. They've actually used a small slope piece and then covered it up with this modified 1x2 brick, and that is actually pretty neat. And this little grille here in the front really gives it a sense of a sturdy vehicle that can, you know, hold its own on a hostile place like Mars. On the sides here we got these wheels, which is probably the main thing I don't like about this vehicle. I think they look like the thing they're supposed to look like, but I just don't like the design, and I don't know particularly what it is. Maybe it's these small Technic pieces right here that's been put inside these wheels here, or maybe it's the color, maybe it's that it looks like gold. I think maybe I would have preferred if these were white. If we take a look at the back, which is this open space right here, we can see there's room for a couple of small builds. There's this little sun panel thing here and a small box that includes a small drill, which I believe is here to break that rock, which we will take a look at in a moment. Both of these does come off and can be placed every way you want them, and can be utilized by the astronaut when he is doing his work. And here on the other side, opposite the crane, we have this little container here with this logo. I think this new logo looks great. I think it hits just enough of the classic space logo to be recognizable, but has this new color scheme and this new stylized design, which looks cool too. Of course, this can be used to store whatever minerals it is that you find on the planet you're going to. In this case, it's going to be Mars. And at the front we have these interesting small fence pieces here on both sides. I think this lends an interesting look to the model. I think these fences make it look a little more industrial, which works pretty well when you want to aim for something that is realistic, I think. And of course this canopy can come off. And we can have a look inside the cabin. The inside of the cabin is pretty basic, not much going on in there. Some cool colors though, and I really like this printed piece right here. I think the red screens are really cool and I really like this. I'd love to have more that's made like this, and the fact that it's a printed piece is great. And of course, lastly, there is this crane function here, which I think might be the main attraction of this build. I think it is very, very cool how far it can extend. I like that it's actually functional. It can carry things and it can turn in almost every direction. That is very, very, very cool indeed. And I also like the way that it packs up like this, and there's made room for it in the back in this way, which is very, very nice indeed. So all in all, I like the Rover. I do disagree a bit with all the gold that's been used here. I think a little more orange than gold could have looked great, but that is just my personal reference. I think other people might like this gold look a lot, but I would have preferred some more orange. And then of course there is the two minifigs and the additional small side build. I think what really drives this set home and makes it a cool one is those minifigs. I really, really like them. First of all, there is this female minifigure, which looks very, very cool indeed. I really like her goggles right here, her small ID card, and the colors that's been used for this figure looks really, really cool. The dark blue and orange look great together, and I really like this dual molded helmet here. She's got this little laptop with her, which she can use to supervise the crane and all the stuff that's going on. I'm not sure how LEGO should have done this any differently, but I think maybe the sticker here could have matched the size of the screen a little better. That being said, I do like this sticker a lot, and I like that there's actually something going on the screen. It's not just a black background. It's a very cool little computer for a very cool little fig. Secondly, there's of course the astronaut, and this one I like so much you wouldn't even believe it. He has this little control panel here, which is for the crane, I imagine, and he has this cool helmet here. A dual mold with a new glass, and I think the mold for this is new too. This looks very, very cool. It is very, very realistic, I think, and I think this hits very precisely what the real ones look like. On the back he has these classic air tanks right here, and on the front he's got some great printing too. I really like this, and I like the sort of futuristic look that this has. Great printing, I think. And on the back there's of course a cool printing as well. And that face looks very, very familiar. I think it looks very, very nice, I've got to admit. Then of course there is this classic crate with a small drill, and this camera with a stand which looks pretty cool, I've got to admit. And of course there's this little solar panel thing, which of course is something that's used for charging up the electrical devices that the astronaut is carrying around. Very, very neat indeed. And lastly but not least, there is this, the little piece of minerals that's looking so wonderful. I really like how they've made the dual mold here, and that shiny inner part of it looks wonderful. Gorgeous work, really, really gorgeous work. I really like this. This is a great idea. I think we could have more like this, because this is just beautiful. I think people are gonna love using this in mocks, and yeah, it's gonna look great once people start using this. That was the 6225 Rover, which I think is a pretty cool set. I like the play functions that's been added in here. I like the small builds. I like the build overall, and I really like those minifigures that's in here. There's something about the color scheme that I can't really wrap my head around what it is, but there's just something about it. Maybe it's the orange that clashes with the gold, or I don't know, there's something about it, but generally, overall, I like this set, and I really, really like the functionalities that's in it. So I think I'd recommend this one for space exploration fans. But that's all for me today. I hope you'll comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you guys next Monday.